Hello, hello, hello. Ooh, I'm looking rough tonight. Should have brushed my hair. I should have prepared before I got on camera today, but it is all good because we are doing this pretty late. On top of the fact that my wife is taking her time coming back from dealing with the kids and putting them to bed, guys. So as we get started tonight, hello and welcome. Good to see you guys. Hope that everything this week has been going well. What is it? Hump Wednesday for everyone in the US here as well. It's almost the end of the day. Well, it is the end of the day. It is 8 p.m. But we're gonna go live here, I guess now. We'll see what happens. My wife catches up or if she doesn't. But let me get cleaned up here just a bit. What's up, guys? I hope as you come into the room, you guys have got some good questions tonight. We want to be able to answer as many weird questions, good questions as you have when it comes to being out of the country. Tonight, we are talking about all the things, I guess, our week in our life. We've had a pretty exciting week so far. This new year, this just getting here was a trip in itself, right? But it's been pretty cool so far. We're having fun, so we just want to share everything that we've been doing this week with you guys. Who, first off, first and foremost, at 8 p.m., I've made it officially 24 hours now. I don't know. Do I have any sound effects? We'll have to find out if there's some sound effects that we can use in YouTube and in the studio because I have now officially gone a whole 24 hours without any broccoli in my system. I know, right? That's weird. It's weird for me to say, but I am a gardener and I've taken a break. I needed a tolerance break for real, for real, for real. So I'm not as annoyed or agitated as I thought that I was going to be. I'm actually doing pretty good so far. So, guys, as you come into the room, you come in and let us know where you're at, where you're from, and how your week is going. Because so far, my day and this week have been a mixed bag from us finalizing the contract and getting things ready to go for our new location here in Krabi, Thailand. We will be using this place hopefully for veterans to be able to come and not only get assistance and guidance in their VA claims, but to actually find some peace along the way. So I hope that we're able to serve as many veterans as possible throughout the years, and we're just getting started. So we're looking forward to it. And that's just one of the major things going on this week. We've had to really furnish the place, and you find out when you buy a home, there's always something wrong. Something always goes wrong. Something new has been breaking. It feels like every day. Today was me figuring out exactly why the water keeps going off. We spend about 3 or 4 days before the water turns off, and it's off for about a day. And we have a water tank, which makes no sense to me. So I went outside and did some research with Google, and it told me that the valves were in the wrong position. So hopefully that took care of it because the water came back on, and it seems to be working. And my wife was, and everybody was able to take a shower the night before bed. So hopefully that will continue to work itself out. We won't lose any more water or water pressure. Just waiting on a few things to be done here. I was trying to log in on my phone for YouTube, but it didn't see our weekly setup. We are normally here Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Well, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard and 8 p.m. Asian. We're hanging out. Oh, hold on. I think I hear somebody moving and getting ready to come in here. But we've been accomplishing a lot of things this week, and I know she's got a lot to talk about as well. We just finished doing some other thing. Well, I know my wife is still looking for schools to attend because she will be using her Chapter 35 DEA benefits through the VA. So she's been looking for some schools, but Can you guys can you see behind me here? I had a I had a ton of stuff. I probably should go this way. I had a ton of stuff on my board. I was able to erase a lot of those things, get a lot of that stuff out of the way, and we started basically new parts of the board. I'm all backwards here. I can't see it in reverse. There we go. It's behind me right here. All right, let me move over. You're gonna close the door. You're gonna leave it open. You're gonna leave it open. All right. All right.
Hi guys, I'm late.
Yeah, it's all good.
Gabi just fell asleep. So.
We were getting a late start tonight simply because we went out much later than we normally do in the evening to get the kids to relax and lay down. I don't know if that helped. It may have made Gabby a little bit more wound up, but Frankie
Plus,
definitely went to sleep.
We changed their sleep routine. So in the afternoon they're sleeping at 12 noon. Used to be 10 a.m. but it's too early.
Yeah, because they wake up too early and then they want to stay up.
And they sleep so little when they're sleeping at 10. Unlike when they're sleeping at 12 noon, they sleep at least 3 hours. So
we're learning as we go along when it comes to not only their sleeping patterns, but just moving along through life in Krabi, Thailand. We're gonna continue to. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. You don't have your mic on, do you? I had to wait there for you. I know they can hear you because they can probably hear you through my mic. Hold on. Hold on. You gotta.
That's okay.
No, it's not on.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, turn it on. There you go. So we're still in the process of moving in and finishing a lot of the stuff in this home. When you are purchasing a home, building a home, you find out there are a lot of small things you were not prepared for that you need to fix. And luckily, we do have a pretty responsive landlord for the most part, but she has a lot of other things going on too. So we're fixing and finding these things on our own. I hope that the water pump, the water tank issue is now resolved because I had to figure that out.
He did figure it out.
I'm terrible with the hands are like bricks. I'm so used to breaking things and not putting things together. So it was fun kind of figuring that out because there were a couple of different valves. It was like a Super Mario Brothers game. I had to turn the valves and get them to go right. So
there's
we got
like 4 or 5
There's
or
4.
6.
There's 4.
Yeah, 4.
So hopefully that'll take care of it. And then, I mean, outside of just those little small things.
Yeah, and we're still completing some appliances because.
What else is coming next for appliances?
So we're buying TV.
Okay.
We're talking about buying TV next month because if you're building Airbnb,
yeah, people need it. It's essential.
Necessary.
It's
Especially,
absolutely essential.
I'm putting myself with other people's situation, and I have 2 toddlers, and they like watching TV or So, of course, as a mom, I want TV if I will stay in an Airbnb because it helps me calm them or if I want to do something.
We normally don't have the TV a lot. I normally am not a fan of TV simply because I'm so much more accustomed to having my phone with me.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it just, TV never has anything on it. I'm not used to buying TVs, but I know
right now I don't like them using so much cell phone, but right now I don't have a choice because we don't have TV yet. So I really want the TV.
So we're gonna put a TV in this month.
And then so next month ceiling fan or wall fan.
Maybe a wall fan. We were going to get a larger fan in
we don't have. We were talking about putting a big aircon in the living room, but at the same time, we also think that it's not necessary because the 3 rooms has aircon, and we're not really going. This is our home, but at the same time, we will like bouncing back and forth to Philippines or maybe in the U.S. And we're not really gonna stay here, so we're just gonna.
And I don't believe most people are going to stay here are really concerned about the house and the aircon and the living room as opposed to the bedrooms. And if you spend a lot more time in the living room, you're probably going to leave the door open anyway. So what's
like
the point
what
of
we're doing.
So I'm sure people will appreciate the fans, but we're going to do a few things here and there to make it very hospitable for people that are coming through, but we want to make sure that at the exact same time, we're not putting too much in here because most people are not going to be here. They're going to be out on the beach.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing something else out in the city. So.
Like I said, they're just gonna be here for rest or sleeping at night. But most of their time, of course, because they're traveling, they're on vacation. Of course, they want to take their time outside.
Yeah, I would think so too. So, I mean, even outside of the place that we're building here and the little things that we're trying to accomplish, the vehicle being available for clients and just having the space. This area that we're sitting in, we hope to make it a bit of a small studio so that people who come through, especially veterans, are able to get work accomplished if they need to have high-speed internet, and hopefully it'll be pretty consistent. We'll see. It hasn't been consistent for me so far, but we'll
Nowadays,
see.
even though people are on vacation, sometimes they still work remotely.
Yeah, of
And
course.
there is a co-op here, but you don't want to travel all the way there
When
if
you
you
can
have
work from here, right here in the
when you
room, right?
you have your own office at
Exactly.
home.
So we'll have a stand sit desk, a nice chair for you, and some things put in place, amenities, so that clients, people who come through are able to, families are able to get things accomplished. Most people when they're traveling, they're probably still working. I don't know too many Americans, I don't know too many Westerners who go on vacation and are really on vacation. We don't really take vacation. We take breaks away from the office. So we're going to carry our work with us wherever we go. We hope to have this set up
Sometimes
properly.
you never know, emergency or
That too. You need to talk to
people,
family.
yeah.
Sit and talk to family.
Your office needs something from you.
Yeah.
You work. You only know the work from your office.
And if you guys, I know you can't really read the letters here, but we had a lot more on the board 2 weeks ago, especially at the beginning of the year. And now we've whittled it down to, we've gotten a lot of things accomplished. Lots of things accomplished. So the only other thing that we really need to concern ourselves with is the websites out here. So when you're using Booking.com and Airbnb, of course, they charge you fees for the service of connecting you with other, people, and fees are high, and want to get away from that. We're trying to actually, make some profit here. So we're gonna be able to offer people better rates directly. So if you see our ad on YouTube, if you see it on Facebook, hit us up, because if you go through Booking.com, nah, not so much. Pretty expensive. But if you talk to us directly,
maybe we'll give you discount.
We want to, especially for veterans. And if you are a veteran spouse, a family member, advocate, caregiver, we're looking forward to assisting you as well. So if you really need some peace and to be able to find some help with your VA claims, here to assist you. So what else is going on? Love, I already told them about the house. We talked a little bit about what we did this week in the shop.
So
what's next, Milo? What do you want to talk about?
My school.
Oh.
My school.
What about school?
How
do you say school in Tagalog?
Escuela.
Escuela?
Escuelahan.
Escuelahan? Escuelahan?
Escuelahan in Tagalog. So, what's this? How 2 months since we started the process.
Has it been 2 months?
It's been 2 months because we started December. So we fill out the form 5490. Yeah, 5490. So we got an email. So they asked additional requirements, which is our marriage certificate, proof of relationship, and the 21686C form. And it says it will only take 7 days.
So what my wife is saying is that the submission will only take 7 days, but the form itself was. I don't like filling out forms. I just always feel like I'm gonna miss something.
So we
had to sit.
We waited for 7 days.
Thoroughly.
Yeah, and then we called the VA.
Let me explain it. Okay. There's different options in terms of uploading documentation with the VA. One of them is Ask VA. That is not the way that you want to do it. That's like walking up to the counter and just dropping a note and hoping someone picks it up. What you really want to submit, how you want to submit, is through Quick Submit. And Quick Submit immediately goes into your file and immediately is, well, not immediately, but it's very quickly looked at by someone and picked up and done sent to the proper location. So it's a different situation for us because we sent it to Ask VA first. We had to wait 7 days. They never responded. We sent the message and then they finally responded and said, "Oh, you should have sent it to
So
Quick
finally,
Submit."
they told us we
Quick
received
Submit.
an email,
Mhm.
and they told us to just re-upload our documents through
To a
Quick
Quick Submit.
Submit.
Yeah, that's what we
So
did.
now we're waiting again for
But it's
the
only been a day
response.
now,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we just
it's
did it.
been that
2
was
days.
yesterday.
Yeah.
2 days.
A day, I think it's been a day.
Yeah, I think like
It was Tuesday. It's
two.
Wednesday
Yeah.
now. It's almost like a
So
Wednesday. So with the submission of her documents, when someone reads them, the next step should be someone reaching back out to her, telling her what is expected, what's coming, and then hopefully we'll get into school. And my love
So
could be,
like I said
she'll be a
last
doctor
time.
or a nurse. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said last time, I only have 3 choices of school in the Philippines, which is Angeles University Foundation, um, Holy Angel College or University, Holy Angel University, and Systems Plus. Maybe I will consider Mount Carmel College, College of Our Lady of Mount Carmel, because I studied there before as a nursing assistant and I kind of like it. I'm just not sure if it's VA accredited, so I have to call this school to confirm. So yeah,
And there is an option. My wife told me before, and I didn't think it applied to the Philippines, but there's an option on va.gov that
where you
allows
can
for you
find
to
out.
search.
Yeah.
It does a search for schools that are accredited by the VA. And I didn't realize that it was actually available for international schools, but it is. So if you're not sure what schools are available for you to
You
join
can
and
log
attend, you can
into
log in.
VA
We're going to actually do that probably, tomorrow and figure out
tomorrow.
exactly if her schools are available because this has been so busy so far.
But
haven't
we
had a
know for
chance.
sure Systems Plus is
Oh yeah, absolutely. System
accredited,
Plus.
but it will be my least choice.
It's my least favorite choice. It's
Yeah,
not
it
her
will
least favorite
be.
choice. It's my least favorite choice.
No, I too,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
the System Plus in Angeles City, whoever lived there,
I
it's
think I'm just jaded from the fact that we lived
traffic.
on
It's traffic.
Diamond Subdivision, which is
Crowded.
right behind Systems Plus.
Yeah,
And it's a constant battle of traffic and everything, and I
traffic,
just don't like it for
crowded,
that reason. So
market,
just everything is crazy.
malls. So yeah.
I mean, I know it doesn't really matter where you are in the fields. It's going to be traffic no matter where you
I mean,
go.
it's the same as
That's just insane.
it's the same as the location of Holy Angel and AUF.
Yeah,
They're
AUF.
they're both.
AUF is pretty busy too, but AUF
Yeah.
at least is on a larger road. It's got more space.
Holy Angel University has their own campus. It's
We'll see. There
bigger
we go.
than AUF. So
That probably will work out a little bit better for Daddy's for my sanity.
yes.
So I don't go crazy having to deal with the traffic if I have to go pick my
Mm.
wife up or something like that. So
Yeah.
we'll let you guys know how it goes
For those
when we get started.
spouses also, once we finalize and once it got approved or we have the final answer from the BA, we will let you know. And for those spouses who wants to go back to school too, you can reach out to us.
Yeah.
And we will gladly help you.
We are learning as we go along. We want to make sure that everyone else gets that info too.
Yeah.
So, now one thing that I can tell you when it comes to our lives, we immediately started, well, like 3 people were in, but now that's not coming because we didn't do enough advertising. We didn't spend enough time this week letting people know we're going to do these things. So when we get on YouTube, guys, in the future, and they're like Facebook too, we'll let you guys know we will be here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Maybe my wife might be a little late because she's Filipino time.
I will advertise it to next time. I will advertise it to my TikTok and our Facebook page.
Yeah, and let us know what we should talk about. What do you guys want to know? How is life out here? How is life with toddlers? How is it for my wife having traveled out of the Philippines for the first time for so long?
How did I adjust?
Yeah, the adjustment period.
From all the support that I had in the Philippines from
Why don't we start? How did
From
you
no,
adjust? How
it
did you
was
adjust?
really hard at first, because you're a mom and you have two toddlers and you have your husband. But my husband, way back then, he's busy with our business, you know. So most of the time, I'm alone with the two children. But gladly and thankfully, my children are not hard to take
No,
care. They're not.
they're good
They're
kids.
very
They're
easy
very
to.
easy toddlers.
Yes, they
Gabby gets
can.
fussy, but she's
Mm,
easily appeased. She doesn't just trip for trip's sake for the most
mhm.
part.
One thing I'm thankful is they can stay inside the room all day without,
Hmm.
I mean, it's normal. They will get fussy, but they're not like other children who get crazy when they don't go out. Them, they can stay inside the room all day
Yeah.
without going out, and it's fine.
We've got them kind of conditioned to being used to it anyway. They really don't have a choice other than to
Choice,
sit in the
yeah.
room. Here, it's not that we don't trust. We definitely have met a lot of good people here.
Yeah.
It's just not the original environment we're accustomed to.
We
I
have
like it
so much friends in
in
the
the
Philippines
Philippines.
with their
Yeah,
children.
they've grown
Yeah,
up with, and
yeah,
then they miss, and we do as well because they were original friends.
yes.
Even on the level of just saying that, like I've said it before, Filipino hospitality just goes a long way. You
I
just
mean,
know
there's
we're being
Montessori
accepted.
here. There's Montessori where you can bring your children, leave them for because parents are not allowed to stay in this Montessori. But we don't. Both of us, we agreed we don't like that idea. Leaving our children in a school where you cannot monitor them. There's no camera to check them. So we don't like the idea.
I wouldn't be comfortable, especially out of the country. If we were in
Yes.
the U.S., it might be different, or definitely if
Mm,
in the
yes.
Philippines. But to be in another country and not have that option to be able to see your children in real time while they're
Mm.
away from you just doesn't sit well with me.
Plus me, I don't
Not
have the
toddlers.
courage to do that.
Not toddlers.
Because we are like 24 hours
If
together for two
Yeah, if,
years.
if if Gabby and Frankie were a lot more verbal, but they're usually pretty quiet and
Quiet,
chill,
chill.
and I don't like that Frankie doesn't have the communication yet.
Hmm.
So for him to be with someone he can't speak up about after, I don't like that idea. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
They cannot
they
they
can't talk for
cannot talk
themselves,
or defend
defend
themselves.
themselves.
So
Yeah.
so we don't like that idea.
So right now we're just gonna wait till we get back to the Philippines, and when we get back to
I mean,
more
we're
of a
looking
family
for
trust now.
nanny who can come to us. So whoever
We
wants
had a nanny before. We even did a video about our nanny. It's just that things change. People
change.
come and go.
Mm.
It's just very much different here, simply because we don't have the network and resources. Even within the year we've been here, we really have not made a ton of connections, and that's because I spent a lot of time working. I really was either at the office working, or just being tired and just being
But I'm
passed
glad
out.
now.
So
I'm glad now he's spending more time
yeah, it was like a New Year's. It's like a New Year's
resolution.
gift.
Yeah, he's
Like a New Year's
spending more
gift to be
time
able
with
to
us,
stop working so hard.
especially
And
with his children, especially with his
yeah,
girl, Gabi.
yeah, her, she's named after her.
Gabriella.
Gabriella
Yeah,
Wilson,
Wilson.
aka Her.
Fair.
Gabby's namesake. So yeah,
She's supposed to be Olivia, but he don't like.
no, she was never going to be
Who?
Olivia. She could have never been Olivia. There's no way I could wake up and call my child Olivia every day.
The
I
mom
just
is
could
just
not.
so addicted with Law
Law
and
and Order.
Order SVU that I wanted to name her after Olivia Benson. So
I
until
couldn't.
now, I'm still addicted to her.
That's just for, I mean, even I couldn't say it's not too many syllables, because Gabriella, of course, compared to Olivia, is the same thing, but
Yeah.
I just don't see myself Olivia. No, but
Olive
Gabby.
or
I just say
Liv.
that really. Oh, Olive.
Libby.
What would have her nickname been? Olive.
Via.
Liv.
Or
No,
Via.
that sounds like an old lady's name already.
Liv. I don't like
Olivia.
Liv.
Yeah, that sounds like an old lady's name. So I think Gabby got the best name she could have got.
But if we will have another baby, we never know because we're not closing the door.
I
We
will.
just don't want Yet.
I will allow my wife to choose the name of the third. I
Yeah.
chose the first the first two because Frankie's named after me and Gabby was my choice. So if we have another one, she can have
But
the
we
name.
already had an agreement that she must be named after my favorite singer.
Oh, we
Either
gotta
it's
have-
Dion or Celine. So that's the agreement.
if it's Celine in any way,
Yeah.
she has to be Dion because there's got to
Yeah.
be
Or
Deon.
we can get the whole name, Celine Dion.
Yeah, Deon. Celine Dion McCartney. That's what she'd be.
Yeah,
Celine
she will
Dion
be
McCartney.
Celine Dion McCartney.
Mhm. So yeah, Celine Dion because it would be Deon
Not
for her middle name.
Dion.
Yeah,
So Deon.
Because I'm D.
Dion.
Okay, so if we have a third, he won't be born in the Philippines because I can't deal with any more last name adjustments. But even if it had nothing to do with the last names, having children in the Philippines is a very daunting task. It was so much extra from the paperwork to getting into the hospital, and even in the hospital, we were there for an extra for Frankie.
3
We were there
days.
for like what 5 days?
3 days
3 days.
only.
Oh, it felt like 12. It felt like
But
it was
it's
forever.
very expensive.
But it was expensive, and after the fact,
We-
you find out that the Filipinos down the hall paid a quarter of what we paid, and simply because I'm a
He's a
foreigner.
foreigner.
So I'm not gonna have these issues again in the future. I'm not putting myself in these positions to have to deal with being upset and not having any recourse. Any children we have from this point who we born in the U.S. And even with being born in the U.S. too, right? So like I said, not so concerned about the name because that is what it is.
Yeah.
But the facilities medically in the US are just better than the Philippines. Now, here in Thailand, it's about a mix.
Balance.
Yeah, it's about a mix of hospital here. I wouldn't mind so much having a child here, but even here though, there's a lot of malpractice, a lot of doctors that get we're not sued, but they get in trouble. So
They're
I
taking
wouldn't even
accountability.
I still wouldn't even have a kid here, but that's just my opinion. I've dealt with the doctors here enough that, in my opinion, I just wouldn't have a child here unless it was completely private. So if we have we have a third. Got to go back to
To
the
the US.
states to do it.
Plus, in the Philippines, it's hard. They don't take accountability even if it's their.
That's culture.
Oh.
It is culture.
Like what happened to our marriage certificate? They added A to his last name. So, and at the we still need to pay just for them to fix it,
And it took
even
a
though
year
it's
to
their
do.
fault. They're the one who type it.
And it
and
took a
it's-
year. It took a year
Yeah, and it took
to
a
get it
year.
fixed.
So
In the States, I would have lost my mind immediately and had somebody fix it immediately. It would have taken a day.
how many
have gotten
times did
done
we
then.
follow up? Maybe
Oh,
4 times we
throughout the
followed up
year.
throughout the year,
Throughout the
and
year.
they always they're just
"Oh,
telling
when it
us
gets
they
here, it
will
gets
gonna
here."
call us, but
They
they
never
never called
call.
us, not unless we will check it. So
So life is life. I'm hoping that as our children and our friends' children grow, and with the things that we see happening in the Philippines right now, that there will be a change coming, that people will start to take more accountability and say, I don't like the way that our country is going, and we want things to change. So my children, I hope, will be maybe catalysts for that too. They'll see that change happen. And it's not like the states is. I mean, you see what's going on in the states right now. I'm like,
yes.
God, our president is tripping. But that's that's a whole nother story. And so we're here to talk about our life in Thailand. And
But even though we're still planning to go back to the
yeah,
US
we are. We
for
are.
for a few years because we want our children to spend more time with their grandma, and we want them to see the culture in the US, you know.
And I'm nervous about them going to school in the States, but with my mother being an
A
educator,
teacher, yeah, they can homeschool.
yeah,
or-
it would be nice to have them whole school or to actually have some curriculum
Mm.
created. Hopefully, my mother will sit down and put her genius down on paper so that other people can read it as well. And we'll be able to use that for their school. So we'll see how it goes. There's a lot of private schools in the US you can pay for, but if I got to pay for a private school, I'm not doing it in the States. I'd much prefer to do it in the Philippines or Singapore
I mean,
or somewhere else, Hong Kong or somewhere else.
in the Philippines, there's a lot of
Private
American
schools.
school.
Yeah,
American school.
yeah.
So
We're gonna
we
do it.
won't
We're not doing
have
it in the
any
States.
problem.
So.
If we will.
I would be much prefer to be in the Philippines. And if we do end up there long term after we come back from the States, it'll be worth it because I'm sure by that point things would have changed.
Yeah.
It'll be much
Yeah.
better off. We're looking forward to it. And so even talking about going back to the Philippines, we're going to head back there in April in a couple months. Our visa is going to be up soon.
As
One
much
thing
as we love staying
I just
here,
can't do the visa.
it's just the visa
Visas
is
just too difficult.
hassle.
And to add on to the visa too, because I don't want to get too deep into the politics that happened here. But when I came out here in 2022, I was able to get a bank account. I walked into the bank with assets, my passport and everything else, and I got a bank account. Now we're here. We can't get a bank account. We're on the ED visa. We're on the ED visa.
They
And you would
told
think
us
they would
they
be able to give us
changed
a
it,
ticket.
right?
So the policy, and that's what happens out here is that the policies swing
Changing constantly.
extremely wild swings. When I came out in 2022, right before then, weed was completely illegal, punishable by almost by death. And when they changed the law, they literally opened the gates and let all those prisoners out, right? So then everything was like a free for all. Now they're trying to get a rein on these things and they're finding out they shouldn't have allowed it to be the wild, wild west. And these are the consequences. And we're paying the price. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't think I should be caught in the crosshairs and crossfires of other people doing bad things. I do things legally. We do things.
If only
legally.
the visa is the same in the Philippines, maybe we will stay longer.
But maybe this is a sign. Maybe this is a sign that we
sign.
need to go back to the
Plus,
fields and
plus, like what
spend
we
some time
just
there.
told earlier, we're just trying to complete and making sure this house is in
order
good.
before
Yeah,
we,
yeah.
Want to make sure that
Because
it's good before we go.
yeah, because we want to do the same in the Philippines that we did here.
Yep.
We want to, because me, I can loan a house in the Philippines and own it under either pag-ibig loan or bank financing and yeah. So
I think it would be good for us to find out about that pag-ibig loan.
Pag-ibig loans. It's because it's a government.
I'm sure they're going to make it difficult for you, but there's usually some hoops that you got to go through to get it done when it's something government. But I think it'll be worth it once we go through it because you get so many benefits, right?
Yes. So we want to do the same like what we did here. We want to have our base in the Philippines that we can call ours.
And then we don't have to worry about
where we live,
renting, people raising rates, and we spent between Oasis and Diamond
and then Mom,
and then
brother.
Well, we didn't even get a chance there because we didn't really pay any rent.
Yeah,
everywhere else is always 3 months.
But
and then you
so
get the, and then people don't want to give you your deposit back after you're done. They want their rent on time, but then when you move out, it takes 30 days to get your deposit back. And it's like, come on, man, but these are the little things that you deal with because, there are really no checks and balances when it comes to the field. So you live and you learn, and we're learning as we go along. So guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. We've been busy, and I can see my wife doing that because it's gonna. I'm gonna get caught too.
We accomplished a lot last week.
Yeah, we did a lot.
Since yesterday, I feel tired.
I'm tired as well.
I'm so tired because we did a lot last week.
And I know we want to hang out and give as much info as possible, but
you can catch up with us next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m.
We'll be a lot more energetic and ready to go next week, and we'll let you guys know early that we're going to be on. So come hang out with us, react with us. Maybe we'll include the kids for a little bit. We'll see. But we're getting ready to go to bed. We're old. I'm old. She's not old. I'm old. Thanks for hanging out with us. Anything else, my love? Good to go?
Yeah.
Bears.
Bears.
We will see you guys next
Next
week.
week.
Peace.